deep. But before I let Patrick go and take it away, in the doobly-doo down below, please check out our Extra Life page as well as the Heroes Wanted collective of shows in the Discord. Tonight I am joined, take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. As introduced, I am Patrick. I will be the Dungeon Master for tonight, putting all the players in various situations to see how they react. Joining me tonight are...
Hello, I'm Lorne. I'm playing Nith Doris, the Githyanki War Wizard Extraordinaire.
I'm Brendan, and I will be playing Old Silver, the Sea Elf Sea Captain. Who knows?
When are you going to start doing your character voice, Brendan?
Hi, I'm
Get
Ian.
off!
I'll be playing Pavo, the Aarakocra Bard.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara, and I shall be playing Ishka, the Water Genasi Druid of the Coast. Nabil.
Muted.
Nabil appears to be having microphone troubles.
Hi, I'm Ian. Tonight I'll be playing Nabil playing Scrap Heap. So Scrap Heap is a rough customer who I haven't really been paying attention. What does he do?
He's
Wow.
He is a Warforged Paladin
he's
who
just
has recently taken the Oath of the Open Sea.
Ooh.
He's a lonely robot in this crazy world just looking for love. Hi, everyone. My name is Montauk, Lord of the Summit, and tonight I'll be playing Chris, playing a character named Montauk, Lord of the Summit.
I'm Stephanie, and I'm playing Rubel Devereaux, Cleric of Umberlee, and the second Princess of Morace.
Thank you for joining us. Obviously, we are all just laser-focused and professionals. Last session, you were on your ship sailing into Neverwinter. You had captured a couple of sea creatures that were part of a raid, and you held them on your deck as they attempted to leap back into the sea. And as you prevented them from doing so, they turned to you and in unison started crying out in an odd voice where they were crying for help, and then they seemingly drowned in front of you on the deck of your ship. Putting the bodies away, you spent the next day or so and finally docked in Neverwinter, where you spent an afternoon basically on shore leave. Montauk, Old Silver, and Rubel got tattoos from Wally Colors, the tattooist at the docks. Pavo went to visit his paramour, Rohisia Scoil, and sadly was met with the news that she had moved on, and the guards at her estate informed him that she has a new love in her life. Pavo seemingly reacted very happily to this and took it with great equanimity. Ishka went to the Temple of Kelemvor to meet with the Doom Speaker Yovir, where you saw Elisandra, a child you had rescued earlier, has been doing well being there. And you inquired about speaking with the corpses of the creatures you had captured on your ship, and were told to come back the next morning when Doomspeaker Yovir would perform the ritual for you and ask the questions. You also did a spell of shopping. Some people went out and bought new armor, bought some shields, sold off a very expensive magic item for 10,000 gold pieces in the Ocean's Pearl, trading it for other magical items, including scrolls, armor, and then at night, you went to the fair for a pre-opening party, for tomorrow is the great Neverwinter Festival and Parade, where Scrap Heap is the parade champion and will be fighting off a legion of parade monsters to the rousing cheers of the people. While you were at this pre-opening party, you were approached by a young witch who was crying because her friend was being attacked by some candy dragons. You ended up rescuing her friend, who is a cranium rat, and he gifted Ishka with a candy corn construct that she can use as her pet companion. You then went back to the Laughing Goblin Inn, where you keep your usual suite of rooms, slept the rest of the night away, except for Pavo, who went out celebrating his newfound freedom, where he caroused and woke up the next morning missing but a few gold pieces, but found he was the new proud owner of 9 hats. And that is where we pick up. You guys have roused. You are in the Laughing Goblin Inn, celebrating over breakfast when a mildly disheveled Pavo comes staggering down the stairs carrying his hats. Outside, you can hear the sound of merriment and people starting to celebrate out in the streets. There's the occasional sort of popper and firecracker that is going off. You can hear sort of the laughter and screaming of children running around. And everybody who's even in the tavern in the morning, you can see they're dressed a little more colorfully. Everyone's got, a bright sort of smile on their face, and everything just seems a little bit lighter. How are you guys spending your morning?
Sobering up.
I am bringing down hats. I have hats for everyone.
Ooh, free hat.
Very fine hats.
Well, don't mind if I do.
All
What do you-
right, so let's see. Faru, and he'll hold up a one of those little net morning. What's it called?
Those femme fatale, like little pillbox hats with the veil
With a fascinator.
A what?
A fascinator.
A fascinator, apparently.
With the little veil with the diamonds on it, kind of thing, or gems. Probably they're fake gems, but anyway. And Montauk, and I'm gonna pull down a set of aviator, one of those aviator helmets with the goggles and the big flappy doos that go over his ears.
Montauk is not a hat man.
It's not a hat. It's a high speed utility.
Get in the way of his lovely haircut.
And
Montauk doesn't have hair.
That's the joke.
I can't recall. I think Scrap Heap had said a top hat, right?
Bowler hat.
Oh, a bowler hat, right? And for Scrap Heap, this a lovely bowler hat with red ribbon. What did Ishka request last week? I can't recall.
Oh, I didn't request anything. I just wanted to see what you come up with.
Oh, right, I had it.
Give
I
her a
had figured.
tiara.
So, and Pavo looking very proud. I stayed up all night making this with that new dagger we got, the dagger of mending, and he proudly holds up a little plushy bear hat.
Oh my
pulls down
god,
ears.
Ishka loves it. Ishka loves it. Oh my
Well, wait,
god.
there's more. And he flips it inside out, and it turns into a shark hat.
Ishka is going to smile and take it. Oh, thank you, Pablo. This is wonderful. I love it.
Old Silver, you wanted the big old Commodore hat, right, with the big feather, like the 8-foot
Yes.
feather. Yes,
As
that's
long
what I
as
got.
possible, yes.
8 feet of feather. And it was the Doris who had the top hat, right?
I don't wear hats, I wear hoods.
It's just this
A
hoodie.
hood, but a hat is attached to your back.
I got a hoodie. I'll hold up a hoodie with the what's the local Neverwinter sports team?
The Neverwinter Nights.
There we go.
Yay.
I think that is actually canon. I'm not kidding.
That's with a K, right?
Yes.
Well, I hope you like football. And that leaves me with a hat for myself, which will be a very fine pork pie hat in white satin. So that's let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. So we've got 2 more hats. So I guess 2 fezzes for our ape crewmates.
Oh, and once again, your goblin crewmate looks at you, giving out gifts to the other crew members, and just shakes his head and walks away, muttering under his breath.
Hey, you have an extra one.
I thought
9 hats, my friend.
You have 9.
Did I miscount?
Nope. You gave 2 to the Hadozis. That makes 9.
Montauk just sort of looks at Pavo and just shakes his head and then puts down his
Doris
goggles.
gives the top hat to the goblin.
No, let's go get Luth's own hat. Luth, come. We'll find a pirate hat for you.
He
Yes,
just sort of waves his hand. He's like, "It's okay. Don't you worry about poor old Luth." And I mean, he's got a bandana on his head. He's like, "I'm happy with my bandana. I'm
Coming
fine."
back with something better. Don't you worry. I just
Look,
forgot it.
Featherbrain.
Luth looks like a beret man.
Even if there's any mean comments involved, it was just a mistake. But
Not again.
You are setting a great example with Luth.
hey, he's my tambourine man. I'm the one who wanted to bring him. I was literally the first one to offer him a job.
I know. That's why he doesn't understand why you're mean girling him now.
Oh my god! And I will take out like a couple gold and be like, get him a hat!
I was getting him a hat. I just forgot.
You're gonna end up a carved pheasant one day for dinner, aren't you?
Saying, you guys don't want to hear a crying peacock because it is an awful sound.
I know it is. Hurry up.
With that, the rest of the morning is yours. Making your way out onto the streets, you can already smell like roasted nuts just sort of blowing in across the breeze, and you can hear vendors out in the streets, and there are decorations festooning all of these sort of dour, dark kind of stone buildings, and it makes this place almost pretty. So you have your meeting at the temple if you wish to do that, or you can definitely already hear the sounds of partying and celebrating going on as the festival starts. And Scrapheap, you've got a couple of hours before the parade itself starts, and you will need to go get into costume.
Oh, also, I can also cast Speak with Dead today.
Oh,
You can't
perfect.
cast it on a corpse multiple times, right? For a long time.
You should be able to. I don't see why not.
No, there is some limitations. It has to have been dead only a few days.
And if you cast it more than twice, I think there's a chance it doesn't work.
The spell of the corpse, the target of the spell is in the last 10 days.
Right, yeah. If you cast the spell 2 or more times before completing your next long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get a random reading.
Ooh.
Oh, that's your
No,
augury
that's a different
oath.
spell.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just checking if the information was inserted correctly.
Looks like it.
Let's on our way. I'm gonna ask a couple random goblins. What do goblins like in a hat?
Now you're being racist? Great.
I don't know. I'm just doing market research.
Yeah, they look at you and they actually point to a couple of very basic sort of paperboy kind of caps. They're like, yeah, flat brim, nothing that sort of gets in the way of the ears, allows you to get some air, and you can kind of immediately pull it off. And he sort of doffs one and just says, great for getting coins, right? Look how good a coin should fit in this hat.
A coin will fit in that hat if you tell me who makes the very best, most durable, longest lasting of those hats. And I'll drop a gold coin in.
You see almost sort of a look of surprise, and he will tell you that everybody knows the best hats come from Mariliths in Waterdeep.
Okay, but what about here in town? I'll tip him a copper.
Yeah, he looks at you and says, I don't know about that, but cheers and happy festival, and wanders off.
Buy all
Good
those
enough.
hats. The ones you got.
Got him? No, I didn't hear what you said. What?
Where did you buy all the hats you already have?
Don't know if I recall. Do I recall?
No, you were actually, yes,
Let's-
you passed the hat shop as you guys left the temple the night before. So you did pass it originally while you were sober.
Over by the temple. Yes, let's head there. Let's head there.
Okay.
All right, and yeah, you make your way back into the hat shop, and it is packed and sort of crammed wall to wall. There's all these beautiful wooden shelves with hats kind of stacked one on top of each other. And as you wander in, this very tall, thin man, sees you come back in and just says, "Oh, welcome back, Master Pavo. Are you in need of more hats? Do the ones you took last night need blocking or cleaning? You were staggering off into the fog last I saw you."
The hats were fantastic, except for I did forget one person last night, and I've come to get one more hat. It's a little more specific. The ones you did were fantastic, and I will describe this, flat brimmed. Is it a peaky hat, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, like a newsboy hat.
Yeah.
And
But I want it in good but strong material, something that says this is someone who is going to have this hat for a long time, a quality hat.
he nods at you and just says, "I think I can find something." And after a couple of minutes, and this hat shop is incredibly warm, like surprisingly kind of hot in here, and very wet, just to keep all the hats from getting bent out of shape. And so you're uncomfortable as you're waiting in there, but he comes back and brings you 3 different styles, one in sort of a gray, one in a lovely forest green, and then another one that is like a patchwork of different fabrics. And he says, some of this is linen, some silk, there's some wool in here. It's very, very well put together. The other ones are a little more classic felt. Multi-season, can take some weather variations, that kind of thing.
Oh, well, now I know what my bard sense tells me, but who came with me? I know Old Silver had mentioned he was nearby, but
Sure, I'll be there.
what do you guys think? I like the patchwork one, but it might not be Luth.
Which one is the highest quality and the fanciest?
The patchwork one is probably the fanciest, though
Patchwork.
the green is very classic.
You know what?
I think
Go with the
green.
green. What do you think?
All right. How much for the green?
6 copper. And I will tell you, Master Pavo, after you left last night, there were a couple of gentlemen that came by looking for you.
Gentlemen, who?
Realize you had gentlemen callers, Pavo.
Don't normally, but if they're handsome enough, I suppose.
Well, they were the employees of Lord Tarkay. They were upset, I guess, with some of the things you were saying last night about, some of the townsfolk.
What were you saying last night, Pavo?
Pavo's eyes are going to be quite wide and looking around. What did I say last night?
I don't know. All I know, it was apparently quite a bawdy song, and you dropped in a couple of names that set people off.
You sang the Hedgehog song again, didn't you?
I may have sang the hedgehog song. When I drink, I sing the hedgehog song. All right, well, and brightening right up as if just, filing that information away. We've got the hat, so let's pack that away. I'll pay him. I'll give him a gold, so 6 copper with tip. You will always and forever will be my hat man.
A pleasure as always. I look forward to your next visit.
You do. And we leave.
And once you are out in the streets, Scrap Heap, everybody, who sort of recognizes you as champion is coming up and sort of shaking your hand and wishing you well during your contests. And Pavo, every once in a while, people will sort of look at you and just go, is that a costume? Because you realize as you're walking around, the theme of this year's parade and festival is all based in and around Chult. So you see quite a few people with makeshift bird costumes or hats that have feathers on them. And it's
the first one we find. I'll do the wave, get him to wave, do the little dance, get him to do the little dance, do a little strut. He does a little strut, and then I'm gonna fly up into the air.
And you get a few people who sort of ooh and ah and are generally appreciative of it. And yeah, a few people are sort of celebratory and almost like tossing strings of fake beads sort of around it at people. But eventually you make your way to the Temple of Kelemvor, and it is quiet and tranquil, and there is absolutely no celebration going on whatsoever in and around the temple. You see, the grounds are being tended to, but everybody continues to have their, very somber, sort of serious faces on as you make your way in. It's a little sort of discordant as it is this patch of silence in the middle of a festival.
These guys are fun.
I will seek out I want to say Doom Guide, but I think that's the wrong word.
No, it is Doom Guide.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, we seek out the Doom Guide.
And yeah, one of the acolytes welcomes you back, brings you downstairs under the main temple where they have, kept the bodies cool, and you can see they've been sort of prepared for funerary rites. So as much of the damage that Nithdoris did to this one creature's face has been mended, but as you come in, the Doom Guide just says, I'm not sure you will get much from that one. The skull was badly damaged. The other one should be more amenable to the spell.
Understood. Thank you. Is it Father? Thank you, Father, right?
And
yes, thank you, Father.
Yeah, he nods and just says, do you need me to cast this spell, or is my learned friend here able to do so?
I am able to do so if you will permit me.
I have a question. Should we be doing the spell, or should someone they've never met be doing it?
I don't think it really matters, does it?
If anyone has read the spell, they would probably know.
1 second.
I think no matter what, like if we're in the room, then like it'll have the option. I think no matter what, it has the option to tell us the truth or not. Like it has to speak, but doesn't have to tell us the truth, if I remember right.
Correct. It doesn't have to speak the truth.
It's under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer. If you are hostile to it, or it recognizes you as an enemy. But in this case, wouldn't it recognize everyone not part of its little cult, or whatever it is, an enemy?
We are the ones who actively killed it, or almost killed it and then didn't let it leave.
Yeah, but they deserved it.
Ishka will raise her hand. I wasn't hostile towards them.
I was trying to make it breathe.
All right, fine. We can have them do it. Change switched out my.
Yeah, I would ask for the Doom Father to perform the ceremony because he's an unknown to this creature and thus more likely to gain a response, even if it might still be hostile, than us.
So what questions do we want to ask it then?
We get 5.
Who
And
was
10 minutes to ask them.
who was the master, the being that stole the shield?
Blinky, yes.
Do not name it.
It's a
They
big
don't
name.
know it as Blinky.
So who stole the shield? Who were they calling out for? That's what I would like to know too.
How do we recognize one of them in the future? I doubt these will be the last two we face.
Yep.
Can we do like a who do they
who-
serve?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that. So who do
Why
you?
they had to go
So
back.
who stole the shield? Who were you calling out for? Who do you serve? How do we recognize your kind in the future? One more after that. What else?
Anything about the shield they know, perhaps?
Oh,
I don't
haven't been
think
able to
they would.
I haven't figured out this bar in the song, so we could ask them about that.
No.
No.
All right. So
I
who
don't-
stole the shield? Who is your leader? Why did you want the shield?
Well, I was thinking more like, who are you calling out for? How do we recognize your kind in the future? Because I think if we say, who stole the shield, who is their master, I think we'd find out who wanted the shield. So I think that would be a waste of a question. I honestly don't think they would know much about the shield.
All right. So we have
4.
who. So who took? Instead of stole, let's use took.
Okay.
It's less aggressive wording. So who took the shield? Who is your leader? What do you know about the shield? And who are you calling out for?
Business staff or
Hey, I am a princess. I have been taught basic diplomacy
Where is the shield
and
now?
bureaucracy. Thank you very much.
Where is the shield? That's an excellent idea, Montauk.
I
Yes.
question the logic of it because they might not know where the shield is right now with certainty. I suggest we rephrase it as where do you think the shield is right now?
Or where were you? Or where were you taking the shield?
Yes.
Thinking about that, the being that took it left his minions behind. They appear to have been left just to distract us, abandoned.
What is the shield?
Ooh, that might be a better one. What is the shield? Wait,
Who
no.
do you work for? The shield
What does
from
the
us?
shield do? How about that?
Instead of one of those, what is the purpose of the shield?
Okay. What is the purpose of the shield? Okay, so who took the shield? Who is your leader? What is the purpose of the shield? Who were you calling out for? Where were you taking the shield? That's 5.
Yeah, so that whole list, and then also because the first two are the same question, and then also the last one.
It could be different. It could be he was like a middle manager or something. All right. So, do we want to take out who's your leader? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Almost killed him. I don't think he's that strong. I don't know that though.
All right.
Everyone else good?
Yep.
So my last post is these are the 5.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right. Here we go, Patrick.
All right. You light your incense around the slab that this body is laid on. The Doom Guide, makes some arcane sort of movements in the air, whispers a few sort of soft words into this creature's ear, and you can see the eyes slowly open. And I mean, they are just kind of this swirling gray mist as you look into them, and you can just hear a little bit of breath be drawn into the lungs, and the Doom Guide will look at you and nod.
The Doom Guide is the one who has to ask the questions.
Yes. We decided.
Yes,
that.
but he needs to know the first question.
Oh, well, I would
We
assume
submitted
at
it
the
to-
end of our discussion we would have written them down.
Yeah, which one do you want to have him ask first?
Just go top to bottom.
All right. And he will whisper in a sec. Who was the person who stole the shield?
It's Took. We didn't. We decided against Stole.
Took. And there's a raggedy bit of breath, and you just hear Abbess Adelina.
What?
Abbess Adelina.
Do I recognize that name?
Yes. Aw.
Yes, you recognize it's like priestess.
No. I know what an abbess is, but do I recognize specifically Abbess Adelina? Like, is she within the Umberly hierarchy?
No, it's not a name you recognize.
Okay, good.
Doesn't mean somebody else won't know it.
I recognize the name, Patrick.
No, you do not. Second question. Who were you calling out for?
Who's
And who's the leader? You actually want? Okay, who's the leader? They will say Slarkathel.
I recognize that name.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh God, that's not a good thing.
Who's Slarkathel? Oh, he's the squid dude. Octopus squid dude.
Correct.
You would.
Oh, sorry. I know that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And who were you calling out for? The breath, seems sort of paused and just, we were not calling out. We were vessels being spoken through.
Oh,
Ooh.
damn.
Ooh, do we want to change a question then?
I
Who
think
was speaking through you?
it's gotta be either Adelina or Slarkathel.
Vote, do we change the question, or are we going with what is the purpose of the shield and where are you taking the shield?
I think those two are too valuable. We need to know that information.
Stick with
Yeah.
Yeah, stick with them. Because we got the other
Yeah.
corpse we can try it on.
Yeah.
No change to the question, sir.
All right. Purpose of the shield?
Yes.
I don't know.
Bah.
And where was it being taken to? Baranzo.
What? Aranzo.
Do we recognize this? Anybody?
Baranzo.
Oh,
I know Tara recognizes it.
Is that Tara or Ishka who recognizes it?
That's Tara. That's Tara. I don't know if Ishka recognizes it.
Oh, it's Buranzo.
Nope. Montauk sort of picks up his ears and goes, that was the mine.
Inspiration to Montauk.
Go
As
back
we
there.
know where we're headed next, then.
We must head back up. You have island to go to. Then we go to Buranzo. Nithdoris does, I think.
How?
Yeah, I want to go to that island at some point. I'm flexible in our arrival date.
This might have a time limit. We don't know what they're doing with it. We can't just let them.
We need to learn that song.
No, we
We
don't.
don't share it with the world. How will it ever? Oh, I can't even think of that.
Yeah.
No.
And with that, you see the Doomsayer closes the eyes, and you hear the last of the breath just escape from the body.
Okay, we got that second corpse.
His head fell off.
His head fell
Yeah.
off?
His head didn't fall off, but Nithdoris put his sword through
Through
it.
it.
So
is
his
it in...
mouth is damaged.
I'm gonna speak to it. I think the rest of it's on my rug.
Wait, can't we use the knife of mending to fix his mouth? Now that he
No.
is considered an object?
Oh,
Because he's a corpse!
Oh.
Stop being creatures and become objects when they die.
Certainly can.
Montauk did not know that Rubel was a necromancer.
I am not a necromancer, however, I have been trained in the preparation of the dead.
well, I'm not. a
You
seamstress.
can raise dead and animate dead.
Wait,
Very recent. I don't know that.
Are you saying I have to sew this back together?
Oh, just use the
Well,
knife.
get on.
I think you actually have to sew with the knife of mending to actually mend things with it, don't you?
Then why is it a knife of mending and not...
It's a needle. It's a knitting needle.
We'll get to it. I hope you got good skills.
All right, where do I roll?
You don't need to roll. You can see, one of the assistants has sort of come in, and again with, a bit of needle and thread, and you use the knife and you touch it, and it, tightens itself up and binds it to a point where the face is, sort of drawn back together, and then the large sort of stitch that was along the side of the face, you actually see that start to slowly disappear and almost become invisible as the head gets kind of locked back together. You can hear the bones crack back into place.
Ugh,
Oh,
creepy.
jeez. I could open up a funeral home. Open burials, open caskets for everyone.
And so the
You
Doom
could.
speaker will look at you and just say, this will be another 50 gold worth of incense if you wish me to ask this more questions.
Do I get
Out of the party
that
fund.
for fixing the head?
Pull that out of the 5,000.
Yep.
All right. And what are your questions this time?
Alright, something about the vessel, right?
Yeah, who is speaking through you?
Speaking through you, how do we recognize your kind in the future? What kind of creature was Abbess Adelina? Or is Abbess Adelina?
Yeah, where is Apis Adelina, maybe?
Why?
And
Oh,
then-
wait, isn't if Apis
On
Adelina
the
who
Baran-
took the shield, she's going to
Yeah.
Baranzo. So she's probably
Right.
there now.
Okay. So yeah, so what is she then?
Yeah,
So we
what
have-
is she?
Who was speaking through you? What was the other one?
What is
How do you
Apis-
recognize?
Yeah.
What is at Baranzo?
Alright, what is at Baranzo's 3?
4.
No, who is speaking through you? How do we identify your kind in the future? What is at Baranzo?
Abbess Adelina.
Yeah, what kind of creature is she?
Do we really need to know that?
It would help. If
If we plan to engage them, knowing what type of creature they are will influence our ability to,
Okay.
perform.
Okay, so what race creature is Abbess Adelina?
Or maybe we just go
Or
into
maybe
it
we
without
should
knowing.
call him what type of being?
I guess.
Why
What
don't we ask who, other than Abbess Adelina, who would be the next person?
What are Slarkathel's goals?
Who would be the
Ooh,
next
but would
person
they
who would
know?
know the true purpose of the shield?
Yeah, well, wouldn't they just answer Slarkathel? Who was speaking through you? How do we identify your kind in the future? What race, creature, being, // is Abbess Adelina? What is at Baranzo? One more.
I like what are Slarkathel's goals?
Okay.
What do I know about Slarkathel, Patrick?
You know tales of the, giant kraken under the sea. You know there are people that worship him. There are whole sort of towns and islands that, venerate him, and he is just, spoken of as like an elder being, almost God. But you don't know how much of it you necessarily believe, because, you've never actually encountered him or anything like that. There are tales of sights and things like that, but yeah, he's just a long-standing hero. Roll me a history check as well, please.
Can I roll a history check too?
You already did.
Oh, right, shite. Last week. Or the previous week. I also have a... Okay, ooh.
You also have heard tales, Old Silver, that Slarkathel is a chosen of Umberly.
What I was going for. That's what I wanted to know if I knew.
Oh, other than... I have another question that I can throw up there. We have what is at Baranzo. I think our next question should be, what is your organization doing at Baranzo? Like, what are they going to do there? But that would bring it up to 6. I was wanting to say what is there, and they might say, like, cave or treasure, something like that. But what are they doing there? Like, why are they there? What's so special about a random cave?
Well, that's what I got right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make changes to that.
Who was speaking through you? If we're going to cut one question and replace, I think that's the one to cut and replace. Because it's probably Abbess Adelina or Slarkathel.
Okay, so... Do we want to put it to a vote for each one?
I don't know what we'd replace it with.
Leave question open.
That's literally word for word what I had typed out before Chris entered. Or Chris tasted.
Oh, wow.
All right, well, we can replace the first one with, what is your organization doing at Baranzo?
There we go, and then we'll go, what is at Baranzo? And then we'll go from there and see if the rest are... and make a change. Okay.
All right, the Doomsayer casts the spell again. The smell of incense is thick in the room at this point, and sort of a choking, almost cloying smell. The eyes open, there's the swirling sort of gray, and he leans in and asks, "What is your organization doing at Baranzo?" And the intake of breath is, and then as it exhales and speaks, it just says, "Delivering the package." And he will ask, "What is at Baranzo?" And you just get a, "I don't know." How are your kind recognized? You actually just hear a soft sort of chuckle, and it's a, "You know us when we kill you."
All right, so we have delivering the package.
Doesn't know. How do you recognize them? You recognize them basically when it's too late. And then he'll ask, "What sort of creature is Abbess Adelina?" And he will say, "She was an elf before being blessed by the Master."
Master must be Slarkrathel. Slarkrathel? Slarkathel.
Larkathel.
That's it.
That does not count as a question.
I'm not the one who casts a spell. I don't think I can ask questions.
He's just correcting you.
We wish for 3 more wishes.
So you've got one more question.
Ooh, do we still want to go with the who would you know other than Abbess Adelina, the true purpose of the shield? It might just be Slarkathel. I don't know.
Yeah. What are Sarkathel's goals?
That's the one.
Yeah.
All right. He will ask, "What are Slarkathel's goals?" And the voice will say, "Knowledge, power, corruption of the weak."
Good.
Great.
Pablo's going to take a big step back.
Why?
I'm not overly strong.
Nonsense.
Montauk has heard enough.
If you wouldn't mind standing between me and any corruption.
No, I gotta finish my song.
No.
And then as the voice finishes that statement, you also hear just a,
What, did it say
slowly
help me?
fades off.
Help something. Help him?
Yeah, you heard help, and then just kind of there was sort of a burbling of water again as the exhalation stopped.
Oh, God dang it.
Another Skywalker.
Oh, great. Now we gotta
And
wait
with
another
that,
10
the
days.
spell ends, and the Doomsayer will close its eyes again, and the chest caves in a little bit as the last of the spirit leaves it.
Thank
I
you,
hope
friend.
you got what you needed.
Just
I will not ask what this is about.
thank you.
Thank you, friend Doom Guide. You may burn these two.
He
Well,
nods.
They're kind of
They
damp.
will burn. Everything burns in our fires eventually. We return to ash. We feed the future world.
Even fire?
Even fire. Fire brings new life. When a forest burns, when used wisely, it can clear the way for new growths to come. Fresh wood, fresh plants.
Mm-hmm.
Montauk thinks he knows a druid who might be interested in you.
With that, is there anything else you wish to do during this day of festivities?
Well, we've got the games today. How long until we have to go watch Scrap Heap? Because I want to follow along the parade route and use my loot that does the illusion magic to make like sparkles and halos and other cool effects around him. If that's
It's
not
about
already being done.
yeah, it's nothing that specific is being done. It's about 3.5, 4 hours before the parade. So it's about 3 hours until Scrap Heap has to go get his costume put together.
I heard you can win 50 gold if you push over a wheel of cheese.
Montauk just heads back out into the into the festival and tracks down the biggest leg of boar that the stalls are selling.
He found a brother. Oh.
All right. You guys make your way to the Chelton Monster Festival. And passing through the entrance, you are welcomed in. There's sort of a flaming, what appears to be a red dragon's head that you cross and enter into the fairgrounds. It is easy enough to find a huge shank of roasted boar. They have big Aarakocra wings, as they are sort of calling them. You can smell like hot ciders, caramel apples. There's kids running around. You see all sorts of, breads. There's masks for sale of, birds or goblins that seem to be sort of stacked up, and they call them sort of Batiri Chelton goblins that you can get these sorts of things. There's little firecrackers for sale. There's, an ale yard. You see people setting up pumpkins for carving. There's tables laid out for pie eating contests. What would you guys be interested in doing? Ishka, you can see in the back there is also a petting zoo setup of exotic Chelton animals as well. And you hear, sort of hawkers and people, calling all over the place for various kind of delicacies. And in the center, you see what appears to be a giant spider being cooked over the fire, much like you saw last night, even though the meat itself, once served, is actually ham and beef, not necessarily spider itself.
Ishka's heading towards the animals.
All right. And so you can see a variety of, Chelton beasts. You see some small dinosaurs that are sort of peeking through bars and flicking tongues. You see a giant vulture up on a perch that, kids are throwing little mice to, and it's quickly kind of gobbling them up. You can see a large crocodile that they have in sort of a big sort of mud pit that, again, people are throwing whole chickens at, and it's just swallowing them, without even chewing. Just they're gone.
Cooked or raw?
Raw.
They're dead, right?
Yes, they're dead. You can hear people calling you over for, you can hear the Great Boar Rodeo is going to start soon. You can hear the sound and thump of axes hitting this giant wooden board that's going up. As you, make your way in, a gentleman, dressed in one of the goblin masks steps forwards and just lets you know that while you're here, the greased pig has been let free, and if you're looking for it somewhere in the grounds, you're free to catch it. You return it to me for a bit of a reward. You get You get, and he shows you, a nice sort of big badge, and he says, and there's 5 pounds of sausage that comes with returning the greased pig. So if just keep your eyes peeled and get your hands on the pig, win yourself the prize.
Can I grab Rue's hand and be like, I got it?
Montauk is going to wisely step away.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
am not chasing after a greased pig. Thank you.
Oh, good. She didn't understand. Anyway.
Straight to the beer garden.
Wait. Didn't understand what?
Nothing. And
Nope.
Pablo walks off into the crowd.
What is this? Pavo. Mr. Norris, do you know anything about this double entendre?
Doris, being fairly intelligent, wisely just says nothing and walks off looking for some spiced rum.
What is? It's just you chase after a greased pig. It's what? There's a joke and I'm not in on it, and it makes me mad.
Pavo, that was very brave of you and very stupid.
Well, I thought you might be able to take a joke, but yeah. I guess I got free reign.
And Pavo, with that, you feel a small tap on your shoulder.
I will turn around.
You turn around and you are met with the slap of a leather glove. And you see standing in front of you is a tall, thin man in a breastplate, sort of fine mustache. And you just hear a voice say, I see you treat all the ladies that badly, you avian scum. I heard what you said about my betrothed last night. I demand satisfaction from you, sir.
Oh, I'm not saying I wasn't. Now help me out here, Old Silver. I was very drunk last night, yes, and I don't really recall what I said about your particular lady. But if you could let me know her name, that might narrow it down.
How dare you? You slandered the name of my betrothed Rohesia Scoiled so easily in your song last night.
Well, again, don't quite recall the song you're implying to, but it may have been, as you know, a work of fiction. I am a bard, and I craft tales and songs, not always true, some on my worldview, some on things that might have happened to friends, some on things that are pure fiction. And everything I sing, while names may be similar, is not bear any likeness or resemblance to any person, place, or thing in fiction or reality.
That's your disclaimer and you're running with it?
Yeah, and it's a complete 10 like it should be.
And he looks at you and just says, I know you were the former lover of my betrothed. I am ashamed of what you have become. You will make it right today. In this singing contest, you will make up for your deeds last night and sing a song of her virtue. Is that understood?
But what if we were never actually lovers?
Pavo, I think you said about 10 words to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm. What if we were not actually lovers, and she just had an unhealthy fascination with my plumage?
He looks at you and just says, I knew your kind was cold-blooded, but not so cold-hearted. How dare you play with the heart of someone so fine?
Aren't birds warm-blooded?
They are. That's the good part. That's why it's funny to me, anyway. Anywho.
That's the joke.
You're not trying to duel him. You just want him to apologize.
Wait. What if I wrote a song for you that you could get up and extol her virtues to show that rather than defeat the evil, wicked ex-lover, you rose above to show how much more virtuous, strong, and faithful you are, how you will always be there and keep her at home.
I don't need that kind of thing done for me. You slandered her name out of heartbreak last night, and today you will make it right.
My friend, what if he doesn't do this? What are you going to do?
He just looks at you and says, my family owns enough establishments up and down the coast that you will never find a place to squawk again. You will never make coin in any eatery or drinking establishment. Do you understand?
But
I would like.
I
Sorry.
wasn't spurned. I wasn't spurned. It was just there were so many good rhymes with scoil.
Montauk just walks by with his like massive hunk of roast pig and his like big
Montauk, help me
stein,
out.
and he just sort of looks and says, "Just sing this song.
I don't remember the song.
Make one up."
I would like to the "Do you know who my father is?"
Do you know?
All
my
right.
daddy?
Yep. Give me an insight check. He is being entirely truthful. The Tarkay family owns establishments up and down the coast. You've stepped into a few of them in coastal cities up and down the Forgotten Realms and along the Sword Coast.
How good are they? Are they high class enough for Pavo?
They range. They're not finicky about how they make their money. They range from seedy places to taverns that are very fine indeed.
But they could theoretically blackball me from everywhere outside of Chalk, basically.
He seems very confident of that.
At least on the Sword Coast.
Oh,
My friend, I think you might be a little bit worked up, and you might be a little bit confused as to the nature of Pavo and your betrothed's interactions.
yes, that exactly that.
Perhaps
I am
if-
not mistaken about the people I heard laughing about my beloved and the ribald song this bird squawked out last night while he was in his cups.
Pavo has been on a ship with me almost the entire time since he first met her. They were never in any kind of relationship.
She watched me play one set. It wasn't even a very good set.
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Which one of us?
Pavo.
Thank God.
Not bad. Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Can I give him? Or do I have inspiration right now? Can I give him my inspiration?
You can.
I would like to give Pavo my inspiration.
Thank you, Brendan. I'd like to think Montauk is actually just casually keeping within earshot just to see what kind of shit's happening to Pavo.
Oh no, Montauk is completely checked out. You're on your own, bud.
Yes, is that good? Is a 16 good enough?
He looks at you and shakes his head and just says, "You are the biggest disappointment."
Well, that's what my mother called me, yes. I was the biggest egg.
And he says, "You will never make a copper along this coast for your weakness and your spinelessness. If you cannot even apologize for what you have done."
Oh, I can
I just pity
apologize.
you. And then he pulls on this beautiful sort of, Aarakocra bird mask, and he just says, I hope this bird face routine offends you deeply. And then stalks off.
There's no need to be
Just
racist.
sort of squawking and waving his arms.
Did he just...
I believe he did.
Is that a food stall next to us?
Next to you, yes, there is a sort of sausage stall that is on, you're at the back of it.
I'm going to give him a
and-
gold and say, keep him coming, and just start hucking sausages at the bird asshole.
you're looking at the back of the tent. You'd have to be on the other side of it to do that.
You have any hot coals or something?
I'm just looking. Oh! Remember the dye packs I made?
Oh, here's mine.
Yep, I'm going to throw 2 of them.
Give me a ranged attack, please, with an improvised weapon.
So just a
Dex.
dexterity roll.
Yep.
Ooh, who did I hit? Oh,
You throw it and you hit basically a small child that is walking past. Just gets smacked across the chest with it and explodes. And
I hand the other
there's
one
just
to old
shrieking
Silver and walk
joy
off.
and laughter as this happens, as he and his kid and his friends are sprayed by this. But yeah, there is nothing but sort of joy and excitement as this bursts all over them.
All right, fine. I'll try.
Patrick, I would like to use my fighting spirit.
Right, he is now moved into a crowd, so there is he's not on his own at this point.
Can I wait until Can I stalk him? Can I follow him through the festival?
Can I guidance and bardic inspiration, old Silver? Come on, we can get him. That guy's an asshole.
Do you have
Sure.
guidance?
Pretty sure I took
No,
guidance.
he doesn't.
I did
Yeah,
not with
Don't
this.
get
No.
guidance.
No.
All right, Old Silver, give me a stealth check as you want to follow Lord Tarkay in and amongst this crowd. You are easily able to follow him. You see he meets up with a group of about a half dozen other people dressed in a variety of sort of costumes, but you have been able to creep on up behind him.
Yes. So, do I need to use fight? Am I hidden from him? Do I just have advantage already?
He hasn't noticed you. You're not necessarily hidden from him, but yeah, he certainly hasn't picked up on you. So you would have advantage on this for sure.
I would like to throw a die pack at him.
All right, give me a ranged attack with an improvised weapon.
So, real quick, that's 3 because I have elvish accuracy.
Yep.
So 15.
15 does not hit. You throw, and I mean it glances
Immediately-
off of him.
Immediately after throwing, I want
And-
to try and disappear back into the crowd.
All right.
Like while it's flight, I'm just.
Oh, you had
back in the
you
crowd.
had bardic inspiration.
Oh, I did. Can I use that?
You can. Man, that natural
Yeah.
one looks good, though, doesn't it?
D8 yet, or is it a D6 still?
I believe it's a D6 still. D8 at 5th level. What level are
So
we?
it's level
5th.
Cool.
Oh yeah, 8. Yep.
So that's a 21.
That is a 21. Yeah, you strike him, and this die pack explodes across, splashing this large sort of group of merrymakers. And, there is consternation, and people start milling about. Give me another stealth check to try and disappear into the crowd.
3.
Who needs a rogue?
All right. Yeah, you melt away. There are people that definitely, spotted you and are able to, describe you a little bit. But by the time they look around and people are milling about, you are gone from sight. Wow, not one of you, but now two of you have made enemies.
He insulted my friend.
Thank you all so
Because
very
his friend insulted his fiance.
Yeah, I might have to sing that song just in case, eh?
Sure, I suppose.
Oh, what rhymes with scoil that isn't boil?
Foil.
Soil.
It's
Moil.
It's got to be
No.
positive. Positive.
Proton. I'm not a very good singer.
All right,
Yeah,
with
that should
that,
take a bit.
the rest of you can spend some time wandering in and amongst the fair. Given that it's almost 9 o'clock, I'm actually going to move on a little bit to the parade. So, Scrap Heap, you are brought in. You are put into your bright silver faux plate armor. You are handed your weapon, and as the horn sort of sounds, you hear the town crier start screaming out about all of these creatures that are invading the town. The beasts of Chult have landed and are starting to assail us. And the first thing you see on this parade ground is, as you move out partially onto the streets, is on a wheeled cart, what appears to be a dinosaur with this long tail with a giant sort of mallet on the end of it. And as it is coming through, it is swinging from side to side and knocking some of the performers around. And they're on ropes and pulleys, so they are being tossed high up into the air as this lumbering beast is moving towards you. And you hear people sort of surrounding you, just like, save us, champion. So your first beast is an Ankylosaurus. How do you defend against it?
If I'm not mistaken, I have a faux halberd.
That is
would be-
correct.
Okay, so I just give me one quick second. I just need to upload the halberd stats.
Oh, you can just describe this to me.
Okay, as the ankylosaur, I rush towards it, and with the halberd, I do like a jump strike. Downward slash towards the ankylosaur, try and see if I can try and get it down with one good slash.
Yeah, you leap and sort of spin in the air and bring the halberd down and kind of on the back of its neck. And, this creature sort of screams and roars and, flails its tail at you, but you're able to dodge and duck out of the way, and you stab it again and it screams, and the performers in it, sort of collapse off to one side. And it is quickly followed by children with like green painted faces and other sort of acrobats who come and stack themselves up on each other's shoulders as this stack of Batiri goblins start throwing paper mache axes and things at you. So that is your next opponent. How do you deal with this?
I'm gonna pretend that it's hurting me. It's like, oh my god, it's so much pain, so much agony. Then I get up and I start doing that thing where the hero is down, but they're like getting their second wind, and I rush towards them, and I try and do some kind of a shoulder tackle to take them down.
Yeah, you smash into them and they break apart. And, the ones who are on top again were on these sort of harnesses on carts. So they get tossed up into the air. A couple of them splash into the water. The rest sort of scatter away. And the people, loudly start clapping, sort of cheering on the side. The next thing that comes towards you, you see is a giant spider. And, there's a few performers inside it, moving sort of the arms and the legs. And as it moves towards you, a giant net is tossed your way, landing over top of you as this spider sort of rears up on its hind legs and hisses at you.
Huh. Okay, I'm assuming I'm still covered with the net.
Yes, but I mean, this is a breakaway net, so you can tear through it fairly easily.
Okay, I'm just going to pretend that the net is really tough to break through, that the weight of the net is holding me down. And the the spider. I'm just waiting for the spider to get closer until it's right on top of me, and then it's going to be like a struggle, like a fight to break through the net, or at least see if I can pull the net away from me, and then I can do some kind of a grapple fight with the spider.
Absolutely, yeah. You grapple this spider and you like rip off a couple of its appendages, and you're getting in sort of close and tight, and eventually you just kind of crack the carapace of it, and it flops over on its back, and its legs and the performers inside all sort of shrivel up as it folds in on itself. And for a moment, everything is quiet and people are cheering, and then you start to hear more of the screams, and you see a crowd of performers come and dash by, and over top of one of the buildings you see looming up and starting to be wheeled towards you is a giant bipedal dinosaur whose mouth sort of opens and roars, and you can see it spits out a performer that sort of tumbles, lands on the ground in front of it, and then starts walking and shambling along. And as it turns the corner, you can see, wheeled on this cart is this massive Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it looks dead, and parts of its skin are peeling off, and it is surrounded by these other walking zombies. And there are two Aarakocra that are circling around on top on wires as night begins to fall. The final creature in this parade is a massive zombie T-Rex that is spitting out zombies in front of you.
Now, this is...
What do you do?
I just want to confirm, Patrick, this is clearly a presentation and not an actual creature?
Correct. It is on a wheeled cart. It's very well done, but yeah, it is it is on a giant wheeled cart.
Can I use my the silent image with what's that? I took the trinket that lets you do the silent image when you play to make it look even more realistic. Kind of blank out where the wheels are and just up it.
All right, yeah. So as it sort of, the fog is starting to loom through, and as it looms back out of the fog, it looks like the wheels are almost gone, and you can just see its legs, and it continues to spit out these zombie performers that come sort of staggering towards you, Scrap Heap.
Okay, so let's start making this fabulous. Okay, this is going to obscure my vision if I use that. So, okay, so I'm going to use my halberd, and I'm going to be quick on my feet. So this is going to be one swing, one hit. So I'm going to be focusing on the zombies first. So the first one, the second one, then I'm going to run around the T-Rex, and then focus on the ones right behind it, giving large swings right behind it.
All right, yeah, you run around this, and yeah, each one of these zombies that you strike, screams and kind of collapses to the ground, and one of them kind of staggers back up. You make your way around the T-Rex, which attempts to sort of loom over and bite you as you run past, but you make it, clear around to the other side, and a couple of these zombies have moved over and started, fake harassing, passersby, and, the little sort of child that is here. When you reach this zombie and you strike into it, and your blade actually cracks and breaks off, and, instead of falling like the other ones, it actually turns and just hisses at you, just and you come to a realization that this is perhaps not a fake zombie. And then the people in the crowd start to pick up on that, as staggering up and out of the water are actual zombies that seem to have followed along from the graveyard that this parade area passed by, and it's picked up a few stragglers.
Oh, I can read a room. my music stops and the T-Rex goes back to normal.
And with that, what do the rest of you do?
Roll for initiative and attack zombies.
Montauk
I
just sort of
assume so, yeah.
rolls his
Yep.
shoulders and, just sort of gets a big grin across his face because this is when Montauk is. It's time for Montauk to party.
I wonder if we should go deal with the graveyard problem.
We'll get there.
Categories.
And he's so busy with that he fucking whiffs his initiative. Jesus.
Well, he does have 2 beers in his hand.
That's true. I'm trying to decide which one I put down first.
I'll hold up,
You don't just finish them both.
fast.
Just double fist.
Walk by.
Right.
Oh, he'll take one from you.
Montauk just like trying to chug them both down, just handing them off to Pavos, like, just drink.
Hardly anything left. Oh, fine.
Pavo is a lightweight.
Well, I mean, biologically.
Sorry, Roll20 is just being incredibly slow.
I can make more lightweight jokes. I have hollow bones. My respiratory system is attached to my bones.
That's a long way to go for a lightweight joke.
Oh, okay. For some reason, it didn't register it, and yet I opened up my sheet by clicking on my token. And my token's still selected, and it's not in the initiative order. What the heck has happened?
Weird.
There's some fast zombies. Is this like 28 days later or something?
Looks like it. I don't.
Well, it looks like I'm going third.
I think I figured out my my song if we have to sing the nice song about what's her face.
Rubel, have you rolled initiative?
Oh, sorry. I thought I hit the button. Done.
All right. First up are these white zombies. So this one is going to turn on you, Scrap Heap, as your faux broken weapon has cracked across it. And so it's going to try and rake you with its claws. And I'm sure that'll come up in about 20 minutes. That is a 7 to hit, and which misses, and then a 22 to hit, which does for 9 slashing damage. This other one is going to go over here and attack this poor viewer. That is a 23 for 4 slashing. And then it goes after the faux zombie who, sort of gets indignant, not quite realizing what is going on. And also gets slashed. So both of these guys are now injured and sort of screaming. This one is going to... He's been knocked down. He's going to move over here and go after this poor old guy. And gets a natural 1 and misses. And then that is a 20 to hit you, Montauk, for 7 slashing damage.
Wow.
That takes us to Ishka.
All right, who's being
The purple zombies are...
this?
The purple zombies are actors. The white ones are not,
Okay.
and neither are the green ones, or the red ones.
Okay, so it's the actors that are being attacked then.
Yep.
Time to put on your bear hat.
If I can scroll. No, Ishka is trying to think a little bit more widespread than that. I don't think I have the room. Yeah.
Fireball would be great in a situation like this.
I don't have fireball. Fireball, but I have Thunder Wave. So I was gonna
Fireball
try
would not be so great considering there's civilians in the area.
Oh, come on. They knew the risks when they didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, all I can really do is just come over here and try and help this this guy out. So I'm here 5, 10, 15, 20. Boom, right there. Bonus action, I will shillelagh. Action. Where's the biggest? You know what? I'm just gonna haul off and hit this guy this time around because I can't really. All my AoE spells, I'm either not in range or I've got innocents around me. Quarterstaff. No, not quarterstaff. I'm going to do. Where's my club? Where's my club? There it is.
Ooh, that hits with a 24.
Nice. Yep, so I just cracked that guy over the head with my club.
All right, yeah. You strike him, and his
right
neck sort
here.
of cracks, but he is still on his feet.
Okie dokie.
You have a 18 wisdom?
I cast. No, I have. I have an 18 wisdom. I've been using my
That is rolling correctly.
to bump it up.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. It adds a 3 for Shillelagh, which adds to your 1 from strength to give you a +4.
Oh, I haven't.
Wisdom.
Yeah, I haven't updated it. I haven't updated that yet.
Well,
So
no.
I will now.
It's working as ordered from Shillelagh adds to the 1 from your strength to give a 4 + 3 + 7, which was 24 on a 17.
Oh yeah. The attack roll, I think, is weird. That is a weird thing.
Yeah.
The damage roll is also right. No, damage roll is wrong.
Moving on.
Yeah, we can fix it. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix that. With that, it is the guards. They are going to charge forward and start getting the people out of the way. This guy's going to run over to those zombies and attempt to stab him with a spear. Hits and stabs. They take a bit of damage. Takes us to Nithdoris.
Okay, I have a question. Nabil, does Scrap Heap bring any other weapons with you?
Yeah, he's got his regular weapons as well.
Oh yeah, I kept them holstered when I was using the faux halberd.
So that means you don't have your shield equipped. Okay, that changes things. Not for the bad. All right, yeah, this is going to be interesting then. You know what? No, that's a horrible idea to do it that way. Okay, so instead I'm going to pop down a spell. Where is it here? There we go. That can actually be seen properly. So yeah, I'm going to pop down web. I'm just going to double check the range on that. 60 feet, I think that's within range. Oh yeah.
Perfectly so.
So on their turn, they need to give me saving throws.
Yep.
And I'm going to then move up slightly to about here to sort of split attention and give Silver better angles of attack. And end my turn.
All right. Pavo.
All right. Well, my original plan had been to shatter those three.
Actually, I'm going to make a slight change and shift it back 5 feet.
Still doesn't change anything. So I think I'm the fastest to get to the other side right now. If you make a chicken joke, you'll never.
Damn it.
So I'm gonna go try and save those two on the other side.
I mean, I could have Misty stepped and used a cantrip, but
No, I was just gonna shatter those three, but I'm not 100% it would have worked. It says 10 feet, but I think you have to do it in squares, right? Not
It's like a
center.
10-foot radius.
So I'm going to go and get those two at the top. So let's move. I'm gonna go over this guy. Where? Oh, sorry, I didn't have my button down. I end right about there. I will go over the one in front of Montauk, so he can't hit me, and I'm gonna cast Shatter on these two.
All right.
So I hit that Vulcan-looking guy.
Hey, man, not all elves are Vulcans.
But all Vulcans are elves, and I upcast it.
Okay.
And with my luck, I hit 3 children.
That is 2 failures.
Nice.
So with 19 damage, yeah, there is a ringing explosion and this sort of cracking sound, and you can see the guard wince, but he takes no damage. They're both still on their feet, though. Very badly hurt, but still on their feet.
These are tough zombies. Watch out. And done.
All right, takes us to Old Silver.
So ones that are by Montauk that are in the web are not currently restrained, right?
Correct.
I will help Ishka then.
That one has taken enough damage. He is dead and does not get up.
Oh, that one up there. Okay, I don't care about that one as much. I'm going to try and hit the one that Ishka is fighting. I'm going to use my Fighting Spirit, which I still have 3 uses of because I did not use one earlier. So 5 turn hit points, and I'm going to fire 2 shots at this guy.
All right.
Fire you. Oh, yeah, I didn't do that. I'm going to fire 3 total. So
don't. Oh
one,
yeah,
two,
you have.
and then
Don't you have a crossbow? Not yet.
Yeah. So 19, 23, 16, and 27, 16, 23. So
They
a 27.
all hit.
A 27 and a. They're zombies. They're definitely all hit. So I'll say 9 and 11, the first 2, or do you want to do 9 and 6?
Well, 9 and 11 on the first one is enough to take him down. He does not get back up, but wow, that was close.
Right.
The third one, yep, strikes the guy in the back here for another 6 piercing. That's the first damage he's taken.
That was 19, 23, and 16 was 1 attack. I don't have Elf Attack set up yet on my longbow because I'm dumb. And I guess
okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah. So I was saying 9 and 11 if you want, or 6, however you want to do the damage. I'm not sure. I should have thought about the damage ahead of time.
Okay, then yeah, this guy doesn't take any damage. This guy will take the 11 and 9, so he is down and does not get back up.
All right, and then I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
And do the same thing at this guy. That was much better. So 24 and 28.
Absolutely hits.
Yeah, so
that's the other guy by Ishka? Still alive.
This was not a triumph. That'll be it.
That takes us to Scrap Heap. You've got a fake zombie and a real zombie in front of you.
Kill the
Okay,
fake first, just to be safe.
all right. So I'm assuming that all of the fake zombies are wearing the same costumes.
Yeah, they're all the ones in the purple.
Okay, so first I draw my sword and my shield, so that bumps my AC back to 19 and my longsword. And I activate
It's an action to equip your shield.
Okay. Yeah, I need to bring that shield up. Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna take it out, both shield and so
All right, so
taking
yeah, so
out
you see
both
Scrap
shield
Heap
and longsword is
rip off this fake armor to show his real armor underneath, and you get your sword out and strap your shield on your arm and set yourself. Any movement?
Any movement is I will move directly in front of this real zombie and end my action
All
there.
right. Yeah, I will say I did consider having all the zombies look alike, but then I thought that's a little too cruel. It takes us to Rubel.
Okay, so the zombie T-Rex is afloat, and all the ones in purple are performers.
Yes.
All right, well then I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame on one of the zombies that is in the web.
They haven't made their saves yet. They're not restrained.
Oh, damn it.
All right. You can see this one is very badly hurt after taking a flurry of arrows from Silver.
All right, I'll do the one by Ishka then. I thought they already made their save. All right. Ooh, not bad damage.
That is a 9, so it burns up in a sheet of white radiant fire that crashes down above it from the sky. Any movement, any bonus actions?
So far, nobody is dying. I'm good.
All right. Takes us to Montauk.
All right. I bounce my empty stein off this zombie's head and draw my greatsword.
There are 2 empty thunks as you do so.
Excellent. Blam?
That is a clear hit as you slash through. Which superiority die were you using?
I am using the superiority die that makes him do a, let's call it a strength saving throw to avoid being tripped.
All right. That is a 7. He is tripped and prone on the ground.
That's unfortunate. Let me turn off that superiority die and hit him with advantage. 27 to hit for 16 slashing damage.
That is a hit. That is a grand total of 34 damage. And this zombie explodes as you slash into him. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
15.
All right. You are splashed by this ichor. You take 3 poison damage.
Boo.
And this guy makes his save as well.
Old man should run, and then Montauk will step forward here and challenge some zombies.
All right. They will make some saves, which they're all going to fail. A 3, an 11, and an 8. They are all restrained. This one is going to go after the guard, which hits. He takes a little bit of damage, but he's okay. That is it for the zombies. Top of the round, it is the white zombies.
Are they
It is
more
going
human than
to-
human?
They're mediocre.
They were at
man.
one point. Yeah.
Right. Also, how dare you?
I dare, sir. I dare.
All right. That takes out the one actor zombie and the other poor viewer in front of him. And then continues to swing at you, Scrap Heap. That is an 8, which misses, and a 22, which hits for another 6 slashing damage, as it just finds ways just past your shield and your armor and is hissing and slashing at you with these incredibly long, sharp claws. Oh, actually, this guy, after killing these two, you can see it actually turns and takes 2 more strikes at the guard. One of which hits and hurts him pretty badly.
Fast fucking zombies.
Yep, that takes us to Ishka.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action Misty Step. Get on this side of this guy. And yeah, I've already got my shillelagh up. Crack him again with the club. Let's try this one this time. That's going to be a miss.
12 hits.
Oh, hallelujah.
It is a hunched,
Yeah, they're zombies.
emaciated, zombie. And you crack him for 9 bludgeoning, and the head just turns around unnaturally, and you can hear snapping as it just looks at you and hisses.
That's all I do.
Zombies are one of the few creatures who have less than a 10 AC.
And Ishka, as you misty stepped and moved across, you can see, it's a foggy night here now. And, this thick sort of sea mist is rolled in from the ocean over the docks and into these sort of coastal ward areas. And the usual, screaming and people is a little bit muted as a lot of the civilians have started to sort of flee. And as you were leaping across, just off in the far distance, you caught the glimpse of some sort of ethereal blue light. But then you are distracted as this guard turns and starts swinging on this zombie as well with his spear and manages to stab into it once. This guy stabs into that one. Hey, and actually puts him down.
As a free action on my turn, sorry to interrupt. Can I yell out where the light?
Sure, it's just
Awesome.
coming from way off in the distance over that way.
Well, still, I'd rather not. If it is something coming for us, I don't want everyone caught with their pants down.
All right. These other guards continue hustling people away. Takes us to Nithdoris.
All right. Okay. None of this ends up working in the way I wanted it to. So we're going to move forward up to here. We're going to target the... Are any of the zombies in my web damaged yet?
No.
And how's the one on Scrap Heap looking?
Injured, but not terribly injured.
I'm going to nuke the
Okay.
ones in your web next turn.
Cool. In that case, then I'm going to spend the rest of my movement moving up to here. And just double check. Just within range, I'm going to bust out my new cantrip on the one on Scrap Heap. I need a Constitution saving throw. For dang nice damage.
Oh, you took the graviturgy.
When
We
did
found
you
that
when did you transcribe these?
last night.
All right.
It only took me 2 hours. or
Oh, that's
3.
right. It took you no time at all.
It took me an hour and a half because it was one first level spell and one cantrip.
Yeah. It makes it save with a 17.
All right, I tried. Yeah. Don't have much in the way of bonus actions, so I'm done. No, I'm not done yet. I'm gonna say I'm gonna call out to Rue to focus your holy fire on the ones in the web.
Oh, she's AFK right now.
Well,
But we can
hopefully,
find her when she comes back.
yeah. Remind her, use sacred flame on the ones in the web.
All right. All right. So Pavo's turn. I'm gonna give the thumbs up at that guard. That one. Like, yeah, bro. And then I'm gonna hit these three with a shatter. I'm gonna upcast again, and I don't want to blow up this woman, or Montauk.
Yeah, I will say those
Pretty
people
clear.
have fled because they're not stupid.
All right, let's cast it. Got to find it. There it is.
Wow.
There you go.
25 on 48.
Hilarity
Yeah.
ensues.
Yeah, there is a massive crack, and one of them manages to stand back up, but they are still restrained in this web. The other two, however, are prone and simply do not stand back up. They just collapse back down to the ground.
Awesome. Done.
Old Silver.
Old Silver's gonna run here. And what direction is the docks from here?
Off to
That
your
side?
left.
Do I see anything clearer from what Rubel was talking about, or Ishka was talking about?
Give me a perception check.
Action.
Yes.
I will not look then. I will instead fire arrows at this guy. It's only a 14 and a 28.
Hits.
All right. 22 damage.
It explodes in a burst. Ishka, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, sorry, Ishka.
And the guard fails his. You take 7 poison damage, Ishka, as does the guard, and you see the guard on the ground convulsing. But the zombie stays down.
Can't do anything about the guard right now.
Any movement, Silver? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Takes us to Scrap Heap.
I am going to try and focus and take it down. I'm assuming the performer that's next to the real zombie, he would be opportunity attacked if he moved.
Presumably, you can actually see he's trying to run interference. I'm actually going to say he'll give you the help action.
Oh, sweet.
Good man.
All right.
Until it will blow up in his face.
I'm wondering if I should use my new divine. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Sweet.
That is a hit for 11 slashing damage.
And going for a second. Ah, damn.
That hits.
9, unfortunately, does not hit.
Wait, really? These things have more AC than standard ones. Cool.
Indeed.
Special zombies.
Scary zombies, yeah.
It's because you
Not
mentioned
much.
it earlier.
They're thriller
That means
zombies.
literally a 10 hits.
Yeah, no, a 10 does hit. No, these are husk zombies from Critical Role.
Is it too late to use? Is it too late to use Divine Smite?
Yes, you have to. When you hit, you can drop a smite.
I had to use it then. Okay, that's it for me.
Rubel.
All right, so I am going to take out that last one that's in the web with my Sacred Flame.
Roll your damage. It automatically fails.
No, it just has disadvantage.
Yeah, which with their dex is an auto fail. That is a 2. Takes 4 radiant damage. Rolls a natural 20 and stands back up. Actually, no, it takes radiant damage. It doesn't get back up on radiant.
Yeah,
it doesn't get back up on radiant. Too bad. It wasted a nat 20.
Wasted?
Yeah,
Alright,
I like when zombies stand back
If
up.
they're all dead, I drop concentration.
All right.
All right, and everyone's still mostly alive. Great. End of my turn.
Scrap Heap is injured.
All right, healing word.
Not our guard friend?
Yeah, it's just gonna go after the guard friend.
Okay.
Rubel, don't die, Scrap Heap. Don't die, dummy.
Don't die, idiot.
Is
Don't
the guard
worry, I'll
still
smoke it
alive?
up.
But she's nice.
The guard is not, but he is convulsing, and you can see like foam starting to come out of his mouth, and he is starting to. His hands are starting to lengthen into the claws, much like the zombie that was just killed.
Oh, I can't heal that. And I will call it for Rubel. Rubel!
Oh shit. Okay. Never. Can I change this to a mass healing word then?
No, I think he needs a cure disease or something, and I don't have that.
I don't think I have that either. One sec.
She's a blasty cleric, not a Keely cleric.
Scrappy can.
And these poor Aarakocra that are surrounding this T-Rex, you can see are being jostled and wrapping around and are getting sort of stuck in their wires
I have
and rigging.
cure wounds.
I thought they were
Yes.
fake.
Okay,
They
yes,
are
I
fake.
call
They are actors in suits.
I call over to Scrap Heap, to come and lay on hands on the guards to try and clear him of the poison or disease or whatever it is he has.
And he got 5 healing points, so you're welcome, because that's what heroes do.
Takes us to Montauk.
Okay. Montauk was about to kill this one, but then it got Sacred Flamed. So Montauk can't really make it to the other side of the bridge. Gonna walk past this guy. Oh wow. I actually don't have a lot of room to maneuver here. As it gets very busy here. Do I have good javelin shot to this husk zombie?
You do. You've got a couple of fake zombies that are ducking to get out of your way. So it is something you can certainly do.
Excellent.
And I will say you notice this bluish light off to your left as well now as you are standing there. And Pavo, you can see it every once in a while sort of cresting. That javelin hits for 8 piercing. It is wounded but still alive.
Okay.
11 hits. It is on death's door, but it still remains standing.
All right. Oh, that's all I got. Now, when I see the blue light, do I see it in the water or do I see it coming down the street?
You see it in the water, and as all of you at this point sort of look that way, you think you kind of catch a glimpse of this blue light every once in a while through the fog, and it might be moonlight playing off like a large wave or something like that. But then eventually you see with horror the reality of what you are seeing. An enormous spectral galleon emerges from the mists.
Oh, God damn it.
And it cuts through the waves literally like a hot knife through butter. And standing proud atop the foredeck you see a man with flesh as pale as death, dressed in a tricorn hat, wielding a midnight blade.
Dread Pirate Roberts.
Hello.
You're new.
And as you watch, you can see it just sails right through the stonework here and continues on its way as he laughs and points. And as he does so, starting to clamber up out of the water are more zombies,
Did the ship,
seemingly
Well-
animated by the ship as it sails past.
Good
this,
grief.
did
What?
the ship pass through Pavo?
It did. It passed right through you, and you just felt this coldness as the sails just, and you just went through each sail. Completely ethereal, but you can see this white-skinned man standing on the foredeck with what appears to be a couple of other crew that are on it that all seem to be standing solidly on this ship as it passes through the stonework and other ships that are moored here in the water, just passing through them like they're not even there.
I have a question, Patrick.
Old Silver, can you
Yes.
explain this?
He's passing through me, right?
Yes,
I would like to take an attack of opportunity.
you may take an attack
and
of opportunity.
grapple him.
Grapple him.
He's
Grapple!
staged.
Grapple! Grapple!
He might be incorporeal.
Also,
Yeah, you
can't
go to
grapple.
grasp, and your hands go right through him, just into thin air. And then as he passes by you, you see him sort of solidify again, and he just kind of tips his hat at you.
Montauk is going to remember that.
So that's another Old Silver mutiny?
Do I recognize this ship? Oh God! That's why-
You do not.
Thank God, I couldn't deal with another uppity crew.
All right. And Nithdoris, I will say, as you are watching, you can see that this ship is sailing up the channel towards the House of Knowledge, where it seems to slow.
Bugger.
And that is the temple where you've done some research in the past. So you guys have zombies in front of you, and this ghost ship that is clearly moved on towards the temple. What would you like to do? The zombies spend their turn climbing out of the water.
Well, we can't leave the zombies here to wreak havoc on the populace.
Slarkathel wants knowledge.
Attract the zombies and get them to follow me while you guys go deal with that.
All right, and this zombie up here is just going to burst. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please. Scrap heap.
Ow.
Poison or a disease?
It is poison. You take 14 poison damage as it explodes. This guy next to you makes his save with a 15, but unfortunately that is still at half damage, more than enough to take him down as well.
Sorry. I have an advantage on against poison. Can I roll that again?
You sure can.
Please don't be worse than this.
Straight up immune as a Warforged?
That's why I was bringing that up.
No, apparently as a Warforged, I only have advantage against poison, and because I'm a paladin, I have divine health. I have only immunity against disease.
Yeah, I think you have resistance against poison is also as a Warforged.
You just said that.
Well, advantage on saving throws and resistance. So yeah, but that's a save.
You make the save, which means you take 7, and then if you're resistant, you take 3 poison damage. But this guy is now on the ground and starting to sort of foam and looks much like the guard that died over here.
Even when he
That
made
takes us
his
to
saving throw?
Ishka. Yeah, he's a commoner. He still couldn't survive taking half that damage.
Ishka's not ready to take out the guy in front of her unless he is an actual threat.
He is not, but you can see he is slowly, seemingly changing into one of them.
Yeah, she's still not gonna, unless he's a problem. Is this one up yet or no?
Yep, it is. It had to use all its movement. It is now like on the stone fencing outside the water.
Shit on a stick. Pardon my French.
Pourquoi?
Thunderwave is 15. Oh my god. Fine, I'll get right here. Is this guy up in the air here?
He is. He's one of the actors. He's like up on a scaffolding about 15 feet off the ground where he was kind of swinging around, but now he's all sort of tangled up. And he's pretty happy being 15 feet off the ground right now.
Okay, and this guy is up and good and okay?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to Thunderwave and I'm going to angle it so I hopefully miss that guy so I can get this zombie and hopefully that zombie.
Yeah, I'd say if you put it there, you'll get those two zombies. So yeah, there's just this explosion of thunderous energy. That is 2 failed saves.
I want to take him out.
They are both still alive, but they are both blasted 10 feet. So this guy ends up there. That guy ends up there.
How
Yeah,
can
that still works.
how can this guy go this way if the
Well, if you put the thunder, I assumed you put the thunder wave in the center there to get both of them like on a diagonal, so it would have.
You know what? I didn't realize I could do it, but if I can do it that way, I will do it that way. That was my movement. That was my action. I already have my shillelagh up. Yep, that's it for me.
All right. This guard over here will
Give me a thumbs up.
He will give you a thumbs up. He will, he'll come over here and just make sure these people are all right. This guy is going to come up side. Actually, he can get to there. He will go after that guy. And he will put him down. These guards are doing all right. Take this to Nithdoris.
Question. This guy here, civilian, why hasn't he moved? He's had plenty of clear room.
Oh yeah, he would have run off. Most of these guys have.
Cool. That clears the way for this.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, so awesome. It ends literally at the edge of the map. Lightning bolt.
Whee!
All right, deck save 1. -2 on all of these. That is a 4. That is an 11. That is a 12. That is a -1.
Yay.
A 13. All 5 fail.
They all take 36 lightning damage, and I don't think they can make the con save of a DC 40.
They cannot.
And
they are all fried.
And then just to add insult to injury, I'm going to turn back around and go boo. And that was actually decent.
All right, nicely done.
Regretting not casting Mage Armor today, but sure.
Pavo's got your back.
Yeah, you go boo to the 2 zombies, and you see them just sort of angle their heads. But, this acrid smell of burnt zombie and ozone that is now in the air is just terrifying.
Oh, yeah. I blow my fingers after doing the, Emperor Palpatine bit.
Takes us to Pavo.
There's these 2 here, right? This guy's gone?
Yeah, he's taken off.
Okay, so I can do this without hitting Nithoris. So as Nithoris brings the lightning, Pavo shall bring the thunder.
Wow.
I was imagining dragons right now.
That's 2 successes.
Mother,
So they take 4 damage, and there's a blast of thunder and a spray of water, but they remain standing.
tried. Good luck, Nithoris. You didn't see me wave, but turn done.
Takes to Old Silver.
This guy's was he here before?
He got
Yes.
thunder. He got blasted back by.
He got
Ishka.
thunder
Oh,
waved.
okay.
Yeah.
Was going to take my lightning, and then he got hit.
Move back there and take a couple shots at this guy.
All right.
I-
He is currently prone.
Oh, he's prone. Oh, because he got knocked back.
Yep.
I'm this guy.
Oh, are you afraid you can't hit him while he's prone with your elven accuracy?
Well, I don't get Elven Axe when he's prone.
Ah.
I have disadvantage. An 11 and a 26.
Both hit. This guy is still on his feet.
Thanks. That'll be it for me. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna
Scrap heap.
move back too.
All right, yeah, you move closer to the statue in the center of the square. So you've got a dying actor who's sort of foaming and a dying guard who, same thing over here.
Okay, so I will lay on hands the one that is closest to me and try and see if I can cure whatever is making him sick.
Yep, you lay on hands for 5 and you suck out the poison that was poisoning him. So he is no longer transforming into one of these zombies and slowly starts sort of breathing and regaining himself.
All right, then I make my way to the second guy, which is this one. Sorry.
Yeah.
That one. And I'm just gonna end my action there since I can't cast it again.
All
So-
right.
That's it for me.
Takes us to Rubel.
Okay, so the ghost ship is gone.
The ghost ship is gone, but Nithdoris knows basically where it went, and you guys can see it way far down, stopping in front of the House of Knowledge and you see people starting to disembark.
My exact words were, "Oh no, the books."
Yeah, because is it within... Because we basically mopped up here, so I was thinking... what's my call lightning range? Is it within 120 feet?
It is not.
Shite. Alright,
We're running thereafter.
Yeah, okay, so I'll select the spell then. Sacred Flame, one next to Nithdoris.
All right. Failure. Dead.
Boom, boom! Everyone's still mostly alive. Da, da, da. Okay, everyone's still mostly alive. We're good. Need to save them slots.
All right. Montauk.
Okay, gonna pop over here. Possibly decapitate that one.
You absolutely do. Actually, no, he has 16 health. He's still alive.
I said decapitate.
That'll do it. And he does not get back up. You can see it reaching for its head as it rolls and splashes into the water, and then the body just gives up and dies.
Awesome. And then Montauk is going to use the last 20 feet of his movement to pop over there and, sort of prepare to run interference.
This zombie stands up, gets to there, and then will, doing the slowest dash possible, make its way in front to Montauk. That takes us to Ishka.
It's almost sad. Almost.
All right. Well, that's the only one left alive, as far as I can tell. So, run up to it and give him a smack.
All right.
Where did it go? Pop.
That hits. 10 bludgeoning takes it down, and then it starts staggering back up. The side of its head is completely caved in, but yeah, it rights itself back and
Yep, that's it for Ishka.
all right. This guard is going to try and stab it with its spear as he's just like, ah! And, oh, that is a 5. He misses. He is just too scared by this. Takes us to Nithdoris.
All right, so I'm going to move 15 feet down to here. Make sure I use the right one. Oh, wait, which one do I want to use? This one's actually better. 8 hits, right?
Just hits.
So it takes 9 lightning damage.
And with a natural 19, gets back up again. It's
Okay.
all the sort of hair on its body is standing on end. It is fried. But yeah, it just keeps pushing itself up. Like one of its arms just falls completely off.
So I continue moving, and then I'm going to use my Githyanki Misty Step because I have 2 free uses of it a day. Put 2 fingers to my forehead and pop.
All right.
Another 30 feet. I'm going to just double check. But that will be the end of my turn once I check Misty Step. Here it is. Yep, 30 feet.
All right. Takes us to Pavo.
I'm calling out to everyone, once we're done, save the books!
All right.
Already leaving us behind.
I
Hey,
think
I tried to kill it.
And we appreciate that.
hurt is this last zombie looking?
It's gone down almost twice.
It's got 1 hit point. It just keeps standing up. It's got half its head caved in from Ishka. It's missing one of its arms, and Nithdoris just basically scarred it black with lightning.
Okay, so I can move to there. That's 45 feet of movement. I'll fly over top. Coming in close enough to do a thunderclap.
All right. You clap back at this zombie.
Clap back.
That is a 14. It saves for no damage.
Holy Christ! Anyway, I'll keep. I'll keep.
This zombie, though.
He's got spirit.
No, he's spirit. He's a
Max
zombie.
damage cantrip. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was good damage too.
It was.
Do I have
Show you
inspiration?
all how it's done.
I don't know.
You haven't used any of your inspirations. No, you've used one.
He
Sorry.
gave 1 to Ol Silver to throw the die pack at the noble.
I'm
Stingy
gonna
with
show everybody how it's done and fire a longbow at this thing. 6. It's not great.
Hits.
Does it stay down?
It does not. It gets back up with a non-natural 20.
Keep shooting.
10. Yeah, again, it goes down. There's a spray of viscera.
Does it
And
not keep going up?
with a 6, it stays down.
Not hard, people. Keep going. We gotta get to the house.
Before that happens, that is Scrap Heap. So you can lay on hands on this guy and cure this guard as well.
Woo.
And yeah, he stops foaming at the mouth and looking like a rabid dog. And with that, you guys can take off at a full run through the streets.
I can go faster, and clearly Nithdoris wants to get there. It's not an athletics check. I think I can carry him. Can I?
I think I have a significant weight to me. I am 6'4" and 105 pounds plus my gear, which is
Well, let's try. See if we can get.
100. So I'm 205 point. I'm 205 and a quarter.
Let's see if I get lucky. I haven't got lucky in the past, but I will come in behind and be like, "Think like thoughts, Nithdoris. We're going fast today."
Well, here's a question. How far are we from the actual building, Patrick?
It will take you about 5 minutes to run there from where you are right now.
I have a question. Actually, I have two questions. One, is the Houses of Knowledge uphill or downhill from here?
Kind of flat land. I would say. I mean, here, let me show you.
And the second question is, do I have a road 15 feet wide?
What are you doing?
So you guys were basically here at the Dolphin Bridge where it passed by and went.
We haven't changed maps.
Yeah, we're on the other map.
Oh, I have. Why don't you guys come with me? Sorry about that.
Map.
Is there a waterway all the way up to this thing?
There is, because you guys were basically at the Dolphin Bridge, and the House of Knowledge is down here. So you will be able to run along the locks and get to it. Or, yeah, there is water all the way there where you can see this ghostly galleon is still moored in front of the House of Knowledge.
I would like to point out it's only about 7 feet away from us.
Yeah, you know, we could easily just sort of hop, skip, and jump there. Or we take the more awesome route and ride the T-Rex all the way there.
It's not a real T-Rex.
It's also a little bit.
It's on a wagon.
Yeah,
That'd
but
be kind of slow.
yeah,
That's why I want to know if it was downhill.
Like, we could literally swim there faster.
We could swim there faster. High five.
Who's screaming in the
five!
background?
Oh God, I think you guys could hear that. That's Griffin watching something. Sorry.
That's okay.
Our Ventrilo friend is back.
Oh no!
Wow, that's an old reference.
All right, so Montauk will look up at this giant T-Rex and think, this would be so freaking awesome if I could roll into the Houses of Knowledge with this thing. But that's too slow, and then he runs.
All right. And after a couple of, minutes of heavy running and, you can see people have kind of fled and emptied the area as this ghostly galleon has sailed down. You guys make your way into this immense temple to Ogma, where the House of Knowledge sort of contains the quarters of dozens of acolytes, and this beautiful upper vault as you come in has, this incredible library with a mass quantity of books. But as you enter, you can see that things have sort of been smashed and pushed down. Small fires pepper the floor. And as you make your way down a set of stairs led by Nithdoris into the lower vaults, you can hear the sounds of screams filling the corridors. As you can see, an undead crew of skeletons appears to be chasing down some of these acolytes. There's more fires peppering the floor here where lanterns have fallen and spilled their burning oil. And you see the locked entrance to the lower vault. Normally, what you would see is a beautiful, large, sturdy set of oak doors set in a solid frame with an iron gate blocking its access, Nithdoris. You can see that it has been absolutely smashed to pieces. And you can hear the sound of of footfalls and cries echoing from further in. And that is where we're going to leave it for the night.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Catch us next week. Bye-bye.
Awesome.